Hello, everyone, and welcome to Cooking with Positivity. I'm your host, Zakia McCoy. Here at Cooking with Positivity, we like to focus on positivity leading to success, whether that be in your business, in your love life, or in your everyday decision making. We are joined by our co-host and family member, Lisa Deshawn. Lisa, how are you today?
Great. How you doing?
I'm doing, girl. I'm here.
All right. All
Better
right.
than yesterday, you know, taking
Yeah.
this thing one day at a time.
That's all we can do. That's
How
all
are
we can
you?
do.
How is life lifing for you?
Hey, like you said, one day at a time. Okay. Just came back from a fantastic vacation, 7-day cruise to Mazatlan, Puerto Vallarta, and Cabo. It was amazing. My first cruise, I was kind of worried about it because it was 7 days, but girl,
You look like you had a
man,
ball. Look like you let your hair down.
man, I had so much fun. So much fun. Okay. So much fun. I can't wait to book the next one.
I know that's right.
Hmm.
My mom has been wanting to do a cruise
Okay.
forever,
Okay.
and we keep planning it. We keep saying we going.
Hmm.
One of these summers,
Hmm.
it's gonna be on somebody's boat.
Well, listen, I am getting ready to tap into the travel industry. So when y'all ready, let me book your trip.
I got you.
Okay. Cause hey, you know, I'm ready. I'm definitely gonna be on the ship next year for show.
I know that's right.
Hmm.
It has been like, you know, timing, funds.
Yeah.
It's always like I said, life be life, and so it's always something popping up.
Hmm. Hmm.
But I feel like if we get it booked, then we have no excuse but to
Yeah.
go.
Right. Right. And you pay, and you're gonna pay, you pay every month on it, so it's not gonna be no hardship. You know, you paying a little bit at a time, and yeah, yeah. I'm gonna hurry up and get it booked so you can start paying on it, and it won't be no stress. And then you just bring your spending money because your trip is gonna be next year. Your trip is gonna be paid for. You eat all you want. Okay, eat all you want, drink all you want. Well, if you buy your drink package or that whatever kind of situation they had on this cruise, you can purchase on Virgin. You can purchase your drink package, or in fact, they don't even do they call it a drink package? Yeah, they do. And say for instance, you bought a drink package. You can share your drinks with your friends and family. You know what I'm saying? So you guys can go in on a drink package, but it really doesn't matter when you buy one. You can buy one before your trip. When you buy one before your trip, you get that extra bonus. But if you buy it once you get on the ship, you know, it's cool. It's cool. And I knew we wasn't gonna drink all them doggone drinks.
Well, we kind of got some luscious with us, so I doubt if we be sharing a drink package.
Uh
I
oh, you
don't
said
know.
you
I ain't gonna put nobody out there,
got
but
stop, girl.
I doubt if we be sharing a drink package.
Oh no, not the luscious.
Listen, when we vacation, we vacation. Ain't no,
I feel it. I feel it. Ain't
ain't
no
no
question.
conversation about it.
Yeah.
I remember when we went to Vegas.
Uh-huh.
Those complimentary drinks were very complimentary. I'll tell you that.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I went in the casino just for that because I wasn't gambling after the first 2 nights.
Mm-hmm.
I wasn't gambling like that. We just went down there for the atmosphere and the complimentary drinks.
Mm. Oh man. Oh. Mm-mm.
But cause when you go to the clubs and stuff, ain't no complimentary nothing.
Oh. Okay.
It's only, it's only complimentary if somebody else is buying.
Ooh. Ooh.
Yeah, and then normally they were expecting something else after they purchase, and I was like, I'm good, you
Okay.
know.
Okay. I'm good.
Yes, a time was had in Vegas though, but those memories, yeah, everybody gonna need their own drink package.
Hmm. Well.
So, this is our first time back together
Mhm.
since your trip. How does it feel to be back with the CWP family?
Oh shoot, great. You know I missed you.
You were missed as well. I was
Fantastic.
telling everybody, because not only did you go on vacation, but we both took a mental sabbatical
Yeah.
in both.
Yeah.
So we kind of had to, readjust, reset, and come back.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
And I told them yesterday, I'm still adjusting, I'm still resetting,
Right.
everything one day at a time. But
Absolutely.
it is Men's Month, so we're going to be addressing men,
Mhm.
shouting out men, acknowledging men
Okay.
accordingly this month.
All right.
Last month was all about mamas,
Yeah.
and we took our mother's mental because it was definitely needed.
Mm-hmm.
But we're back at it.
Right back at
And,
it.
I lost my dad at 15. So this month is always a little difficult for me,
Mm.
especially when we get to the Father's Day celebrations and things like that.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So what
Yeah.
I try to do is focus on the men in my life because, I have brothers
Right.
and things like that.
Right.
And I have podcast brothers,
Mm-hmm.
you know,
Right.
I'm surrounded by a lot of good dudes. I
That's
have
what's up.
a male best friend. He is awesome.
Mm-hmm.
My boyfriend, awesome.
Mm-hmm.
So I have other males in my life to celebrate and shout out. Y'all may be hearing from some of them this month. Who knows? When they feel the need to pop out
Yeah. Yeah.
and want to be supported. But one of the things I got a lot when looking for guests who can possibly be on this month is that a lot of men don't feel supported by women.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
And I that struck me as odd
Hmm.
because I'm like, I'm a supporter
Right.
and I know supporters, you being one of them. So
Mm-hmm.
when I hear these things, I'm like confused. The data is not matching what
Okay.
I know to be fact or true. So it's not computing fully.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So what are your thoughts? Why do you think a majority of men, I'm going to
Mm.
say, don't feel supported by our
It's
species?
I don't know. I really don't know. Um, it's sad, and I really can't say why they feel like they're not supported. That would be a question for them to answer. Why do you feel like you are not being supported? Because if you're a good father, if you're a good husband, if you're a good friend, why aren't you being supported? Because we support those kind of men, you know.
That's what is it the pool of men or is it the class of men? I like, Like I said,
That's a
I
good
do
question. I
question
wonder
mark.
who's saying this. Is it the YN saying they don't feel supported? Who is it?
I don't subscribe to YN behavior and culture too much. So it's
Mm-hmm.
definitely not them. But it's grown men and they're like, no, they say we're supported. You guys say you support us. You guys say
Mm-hmm.
support men, but in all reality, you don't do it. I was
Hmm.
watching someone's podcast,
Okay.
and I'm not gonna say their name because they may come on the show, and if they do, we can address it then. But
Okay.
they were saying that women
Hmm.
don't really support men. They support men on the outside.
What does that mean? I
Like
don't
he was
understand.
saying, like we say we support them, right? We say we build them up. We say we are backing them 100%. But in all reality, we're not looking at the things they have to face in the real world. We're not supporting their dreams and goals. We're
Mm.
supporting what we think they should do. We're supporting,
That's kind of hard. I don't know about that.
yeah, and because again, as a supporter, in my mind,
Hmm.
I'm like, is that what I'm doing? I
I
don't
don't know
think
about
that's what I'm doing, and I don't think that's what my sisters would do. But
no. Mm-mm. Like I said, if you a good dude and you take care of your wife, your family, your fiance, your girlfriend, you're responsible, you're not a menace to society, I really can't see how you're not being supported by black women. Black women, uh, you know, we used to go to hell and back with you. And I do believe that now a lot of black women are, you know, tired of or exhausted to where we want to support your dreams, and we do. You know, a lot of women have, went, you know, all the way, bent over backwards for black men, and then they have become disappointed. Okay, and maybe they're talking about the women that they encounter, and they just don't want to deal with it anymore because black women have been supporting black men from the beginning of time. So I I want to know what black men are saying that they're not being supported, and what are you not being supported at or in? Because like I said, we ride or die with you, but a lot of black women have been disappointed because brothers, they say they want to do this and that, and they have an idea, they have a dream, we support them, and it just doesn't, you know, they just go to the left on it.
right, and
So that disappoints some women. And so maybe they're talking about new women that they encounter. You know what I'm saying?
mm,
New relationships and things like that. Because right now women are just exhausted.
and I can understand that
You know
100%.
what I'm saying? Just exhausted. So like I said again, I want to know who's saying they're not being supported, because I support all my brothers that's doing something, hey, or want to do something, hey,
And listen, like
I'm
I
with it.
said, we have a bunch of
I'm with it.
podcast brethren,
Yeah. Yep.
as you guys heard, even on Mother's Month. I had
Mhm.
men trying to come on Cooking with Positivity, and I was like, not
Mhm.
this month. It ain't about y'all. It's about
Mhm.
us.
Mhm.
But after this month, it's all good.
Right.
But the person that said it, and I hope you're listening, I want you to come on and defend your thought process, your words, or what have you, because it got me to go down a rabbit hole. And this is why I said men as a whole, not just black men, because I watch a multitude of podcasts, listen to a multitude of different podcasts, and a few of them were saying the same thing he was saying. There's this one podcast, I forget the name, it's like Diamond Thoughts for crystal pockets or something like that.
Okay.
Forgive me if I pronounced it wrong because I only watched it, a few times.
Uh-huh.
I came across it after I went down this rabbit hole.
Okay.
And he was saying he's Caucasian.
Okay.
If I'm not mistaken, he didn't say, any other ethnicity or anything. And he was saying, yeah, like
Hmm.
he feels if he does not fall into the category of a provider
Okay.
and a real man, and he used air quotations, his wife would not support him. His
Hmm.
mother would not support him. He said he started his podcast because he didn't have anywhere to creatively release.
Hmm.
And he was forced into a 9 to 5. I forgot what he said he does for his day job, but he's always wanted to be in the radio podcast creative space.
Okay.
But because he knew the women in his life would not support him, he put it off. He put it off. He put it off until he got to the point in his career, in his day job, where he can be like, okay, now I can do this as a side quest.
Mm-hmm.
But he wanted to do it all along. And he said he didn't do it from the beginning because he knew like his wife would not look at him as a real man or a good prospect as a husband. And his mother would not accept him. She would be ashamed or embarrassed by him if he didn't
Whoa.
have a real job.
Okay. Interesting. So he was married when he wanted to start this podcast. He was already married, or he was engaged.
From my understanding, the way he explained the timeline,
Mhm.
it started with his mother, who he knew would not accept him being a podcaster, being a radio DJ or whatever.
Why was he living with her?
I'm gonna assume so. Like, when you a kid and you have dreams,
Okay.
you're
Okay.
living with your parents, and if
Yeah.
they got an idea of what your life should look like, you
Yeah.
know,
Yeah. Yeah.
certain expectations.
Right.
Shout out to all my Nigerian brothers and sisters, you know, who are doing creative things and not doctors and lawyers and such,
Right. Right. Right.
because your
Wow.
parents are screaming at you every day.
And that's really unfortunate because I didn't put my pressure, no, any pressure on my kids because college is not for everybody and
Right?
everybody doesn't want a job. Everybody doesn't want a job. Okay. They want to do, a lot of people want to do what they love and monetize that thing. A lot of people do. They don't want to punch a time clock. That's why I asked you, was he engaged? Was he already married when he thought about he wanted to do this podcast thing or whatever have you, because that definitely makes a difference if, you really want to think about your career path. If you're going to take on a wife and the wife, you're going to have children. So that's something to think about. And is this thing going to take care of our household? You know what I'm saying? So that's why I asked that question. Um, you got to hear Godfrey's story. He tells it all the time. The comedian, I love him. He's one of my
Hmm.
favorite comedians. He's so freaking funny. But he tells a story about his father. He told his father he wanted to be a comedian, and his father wasn't having it. His
Yep.
father wanted him to be a doctor or
Yep.
something else. You know what I'm
One of
saying?
our
But I think
African
that
brothers.
why I mean, why are you putting that pressure on your children, um, you know, uh, about their life, their future, what they want to be? You understand what I'm saying? You should allow your children to take on what they want to do. What
And it
they want, if they
sounds
want to be a
to,
doctor, if they want to be a lawyer, if they want to be a
right.
singer, a comedian, whatever have you, if they want to be a writer, okay, hey,
And it sounds to me like it started with his mother.
okay,
Whatever, like, his mother said growing up, or,
okay,
was saying around the house, or to his father, maybe. I
mhm,
don't know, because he didn't go deep into it, but the things he kept saying were
okay,
like, I knew my mother wouldn't accept me. I knew she would
wow.
be embarrassed.
That's too bad. I'm so sorry to hear that. That's really terrible.
And it sounds like, that
Yeah, that's
input
definitely not
or
supportive.
influence on his life just grew with him. And so when he was ready to get married and,
Yeah.
start his own family,
Hmm.
he has it in his mind that his wife would not support his creative dreams and endeavors because his mother did. That's what it
That's too
sounded like
bad.
to me. His timeline, and if he goes into depths, could be a little different. But from what I took from what he was saying, that's what
Yeah.
it sounds like to me.
Okay.
And he feels like nobody would support him.
I'm wondering how what's going on now. You know.
I'm gonna go see if I can find some more episodes. But I, like I said, I went down the rabbit hole because I wanted to know, is this like a large consensus across the world? I know, like, if you get into an argument with your boyfriend or your husband or whatever, and they tell you you don't know what it's like to be a man in this world, of course I don't, because I'm
Mhm.
not a man in this world.
Mhm. Mhm.
But
Mhm.
I support a man that's in this world.
Mhm.
I'm here beside you, a man in this world. So, like, I don't understand where the disconnect is.
Mm.
And when we had an author on, I can't remember. This was this was a while ago. This was
Okay.
some years ago. But he said the opposite.
Mhm.
He said, he gets more support from women than he does men.
Mhm. Mhm.
He says a lot of guys don't buy his books. He hasn't been on a lot of shows and things like that because a lot of men don't support him.
Mm.
So I thought that was the consensus. Cause, like I said, I watch a lot of podcasts, reviewers, TV shows, and a lot of the times they're like, their largest audience is women.
Mm.
We are the supporters. We are the consumer.
Mhm. Mhm.
Even
Mhm.
if that's not their intention when they first start their show or they first start, selling their products or whatever the case.
Mhm. Hmm.
We're always the ones who are in that large percentage of viewers and supporters. So the math wasn't mathing to me.
Mm.
And
Mm.
it's still kind of not.
Yeah.
So this is what I need my brethren to do. All right. I need y'all to hit us up and let us know if this consensus is accurate. Do you feel like we are, what is it? Shallow supporters? We
Hmm.
support you on the outside,
Hmm.
but on the inside, we're really not supporting you guys.
Yeah, I need more details on that. Mhm.
Yeah, because again, when coming into this month, I was excited because, like I said, the guys show up
Mhm.
and we show up for the guys. Like,
Yeah.
and it is also Men's Mental Health Awareness Month. So I want you guys to tell us how we can support you mentally. I know emotions is not what everybody want to talk about. Mental is not what everybody want to talk about. But if we don't talk about it, we're going to be reading about it.
Hmm.
And I'm going to leave that there. All right.
Okay.
Not even going to go too deep on that.
Mhm.
But Lisa, anything you want the fellas to tap in and give us?
Well, like I said, I would love to get into it because this is not the first time that I've heard this,
Hmm.
as far as us women not supporting the men. And like I said, I see the opposite. I see a lot of women supporting men. I see a lot of women that are also tired of supporting men. And I think that their reasons are valid, you know. But I can say this um, a lot of women are not going to give up on you, men. We love you.
Right. We support you here at Cooking with Positivity, that's for sure.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
And I'm quite sure we're going to hear from quite a few of our podcast brethren. So,
I can't wait. I can't wait to hear. I can't wait to
so
hear.
until then, family, brace for impacts, because I know a lot. I have in mind the top 5 that are going to hit me up like, yeah, I need to get on. We need
Okay.
to
Yeah.
clear this up right
I'm
now.
ready for it. Let's go. Let's go.
But on that note, y'all, we are out. I hope everybody has a great and positive rest of their day and a great and positive rest of your week.
Yes. Peace.